Hi and welcome back to the channel. We've got some breaking news. Well, to be fair, the news did break about 3 or 4 hours ago. Um, Before I even get to the video, today I just thought, you know what, it's a chill Sunday. I'm just gonna have a chill day, by myself, not going out. Just gonna relax, play some video games on my console, listen to some music, just chill and basically not pay too much attention to my phone. And then as I'm doing that, um, one of my mates calls me, right? And I'm seeing the phone ring. I'm thinking, bro, what you want, bro? I'm just trying to chill. I'm not trying to go out with nobody. I'm not trying to see anyone. I'm not trying to talk to anyone. But I'm like, anyways, let me answer. I answer the phone, and this guy's telling me, Dan Ashworth is gone. What's going on? I'm thinking, what the hell is he talking about? I then go on Twitter, and I see just a storm of reports basically about Ashworth being gone. And I can't lie, I was really lazy to do a match reaction to it. Like I said, I just want to have a chill day today, just relax by myself. But I just thought, you know what? I've got a YouTube channel. This is kind of why I started the channel to begin with. So let me try and react to it. So yeah, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the whole thing, really. And yeah, you guys can let me know what you think in the comment section. So yeah, let's get to it. So David Ornstein this morning tweeted that Dan Ashworth leaves Manchester United after 5 months as sporting director. The 53-year-old's move from Newcastle has not worked, and a departure has been agreed in a meeting at Old Trafford last night. This is presented as mutual by Manchester United. The reports go on to further indicate that Sir Jim Ratcliffe was pivotal in the call to part ways. Now, I'm gonna put it like it is, right? I don't think he quit because some outlets are making it sound like he quit, like he left the job. Other people are saying he left. He could tell the ship was sinking, so he decided to leave the club. Others are saying that he was sacked. Others are saying he left by mutual consent, as the club says. And to be honest, I think he was sacked. I do. I think he was sacked. And I mean, there's been reports of late that apparently Sir Jim Ratcliffe was very unhappy with the decision to keep Eric Ten Hag last summer. And apparently the two people, or the two biggest advocates for Ten Hag getting more time last summer were what's his name, Dan Ashworth, as well as Sir David Brailsford. Whilst Omar Barada and Sir Jim were basically against the idea of basically keeping Ten Hag. But at the end of the day, they decided to listen to Ashworth and Brailsford, and they kept Ten Hag, and the season has gone the way it's gone, which I believe we can all see. It's been a poor season from us. It's been a very, very bad season. We're 13th in the Premier League. I said last night in my match reaction that if we had just set Ten Hag in the summer, we would have avoided a lot of issues because we would have brought in Amarim then and gotten his actual targets, and this season would not have been a write-off, because right now it's looking like this season is going to be a write-off because Ineos are making it quite clear that they don't have money to properly back Amorim in the January window. So he's basically going to have to make do with the players that he's got at his disposal. So now back to the news that Ashworth is leaving the club. I think that he's been sacked. I think there's been a clash of heads, and apparently there's even more reports that apparently Dan Ashworth felt like he was being left out of the big decisions. For example, when they eventually decided to sack Eric Ten Hag, he apparently wanted Ten Hag to be replaced by a British manager, someone like Gareth Southgate, who we've been seeing United being linked with this guy for the longest of time in the past couple of months due to his relationship with Dan Ashworth from the FA, whilst was between the FA with England. And to be honest, I never want to get Southgate at this club. So my thing here is, if Jim Ratcliffe and Omar Barada are on the same page to say that this Dan Ashworth guy is mad, we cannot give or support his decision to say that let's go hire a British manager when there's actually good managers who are non-British, like the likes of Amarim, who we've just recently appointed in recent times, then happy days. I have no problem with him being sacked. I don't. I like if the clash of ideas is he wanted to go the traditional, boring British way, which, to be fair, let's be honest here, how many British managers have been successful in the past 10 years? If you want to take it as far back as 20 years, the only British manager I've ever known to be successful is the GOAT himself, Sir Alex Ferguson. He's the only British manager I know to be successful. So if we only have one good British manager in the last 20, 30 years, why on earth should we be looking to go in the direction of a British manager? So if that's why Ashworth has quit or has left by mutual agreement, then so be it. However, for me, this is like, it's a bit of, I've got two parts or two thought processes with regards to this decision to have Ashworth leave the club. The first part is, it's fine. You can sack him if he's an idiot who just wants British managers. It's fine. But then on the other hand, I'm just like to myself, we spent about 5 months chasing after Dan Ashworth. If I'm not mistaken, I think we spent about 5 to 6, close to more, definitely about 5 months chasing Dan Ashworth. We then agreed to pay a £3 million compensation fee to Newcastle so that they could release him and he could come join us. Because I remember, he was on gardening leave for a long time. This is a guy who, he left a job at Newcastle. He was their sporting director, but he left them. He was on gardening leave. He refused to work. He said he wants to join United. Understandably so. And then 5 months later, we've decided to pull the cord out because I genuinely believe we've sacked him. I don't think he's left by mutual agreement. I think he's been sacked. So this kind of has me side-eyeing Ineos in a way. Like, I know it sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but it's like I said, it's two sides for me. On one side, I'm looking at Ineos, giving them a side-eye saying, so you basically spent 5 months chasing him, you pay the compensation fee, you get him, and then 5 months later you're sacking him? It sounds a bit sus. I'm kind of side-eyeing Ineos a bit there. It's sounding like the big structure which we've all been excited about, saying, oh no, the Ineos structure is complete now. We've got a director of football, we've got a new CEO, we've got this, we've got that. It's now sounding like it's a bit fragile. Now, like I keep saying, on one hand, I'm side-eyeing the decision, but on the other hand, I can see why they did it. Because, let's be honest, it's not like this Dan Ashworth guy was pulling up trees. We got him from Newcastle, right? But what exactly, who did he bring? Which player did he bring through at Newcastle? Because Newcastle fans will have you believe he didn't necessarily bring in anyone important. There's no special talent which he oversaw the signing of. At Brighton, okay, people say he was involved in the Mitoma deal, the Evan Ferguson deal, the Caicedo deal. Those are good deals. I give him that. I give him his flowers. But genuinely, there's no record of him doing it at one of the big boys. He's not been at Chelsea. He's not been at City. He's not been at Liverpool, Arsenal. So if he's been sacked because he's incompetent, then so be it. And if anything, to be honest, I'm glad he's sacked for the main reason that he was part of the decision to keep Ten Hag for as long as he was kept. Ten Hag should have been sacked in the summer. So the fact that Ashworth was an advocate for us to keep him, that's reason enough for me to say, you know what, khalas, sack this guy. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's incompetent. And the fact that Sir Jim is apparently very furious at that decision because he's seeing the implications of keeping Ten Hag as long as we did, that tells me that he's actually willing to say, you know what, I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm not going to try and save face. I'm going to sack you and try and get someone else. That's taking accountability, according to me at least. If you've made a decision and it's not worked out, be man enough to own up to it and say, you know what, this hasn't worked. Sack him and find someone else. So basically, I know I haven't necessarily given you guys a clear answer as to where I stand on this. But I think the thing I will take away from it is Ineos are ruthless, I guess. I guess they're trying to show us that they're ruthless. So I can't necessarily complain about that. And yeah, man, it is what it is. It's going to be interesting to see who we get in as new sporting director now. I'm hearing the guy from what's his name? Athletic Bilbao might be available, and I'm hearing big clubs like Chelsea are looking at him. I don't know if City were looking at him at some point, but apparently he might be available. So if that's the case, maybe go look at him. Also, not forgetting the guys like what's his name? Paul Mitchell. Guys who played a big role in identifying someone like Dele Alli. We all know what a superstar Dele Alli looked like he was going to be. Obviously, it didn't turn out to be like that, but prime Dele Alli was cooking, and we all know that. But the funny thing is now Paul Mitchell is now at Newcastle, and there's ramblings that he's not necessarily happy at Newcastle. So could we do a number on Newcastle again? Could we go and take Newcastle's sporting director for the second time in 6 months? I don't think so. I don't think even Newcastle would sanction that deal. It would just be too embarrassing for them. But yeah, man, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Are you happy Ashworth is gone? Are you confused like me? Are you like, should have kept him? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And yeah, man, if you haven't already, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.